Welcome to the Sharmark Show. I am your host, Sharmark. Guys, don't I look fabulous? I'm all decked in my Jhariia's design. It's a local designer. I don't like to use local designer. I'm sorry. It's a designer which
Yes.
is upcoming. I think she has been in the business for a couple of years, but then she decided to go solo. And then I think it was fit that we share her experience and her creativity with you. So I am wearing one of her pieces she designed just for me this
Yeah.
evening, and I love it. I love the pins. I like the fact that you can see my tattoos, and I'm actually wearing a cotton lycra, so it's very beautiful. So, good
Mhm.
evening. How are you?
Hi,
Yeah,
I'm good.
yeah.
I'm
Tell
amazing.
us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Jimilia Isidore. Um, I'm Saint Lucian. I been in love with fashion from the time I know myself. From the time I born, I love fashion. After I left secondary school, I decided to go study fashion, but more of the business side of fashion. Because while I consider myself a fashion designer, I always say that I'm more than just a designer, I'm an entrepreneur. So I wanted to learn the business side of fashion. So I went study in Canada to study fashion and business.
Oh, nice.
I did that, and then I just worked in, you could see the corporate world, managing visual merchandising, assistant manager for different retail stores. And then I fully decided to come back to St. Lucia and work on my business full time. It's been 1 month.
Joanna, give us the tea. I heard retail stores. Give us some of the retail stores you've worked with. I mean, like, come on, hit
Okay,
us
so
with the tea.
I worked with Adidas. It
Oh,
was
nice.
actually my favorite job. I I was in charge of like setting up the clothing and the shoes so that when customers come in, they're greeted with such like a whatever season it was that the store would speak to them.
Okay,
So
nice.
the way the mannequins, I got to dress the mannequins, style them, like I had creative freedom while doing visual merchandising for Adidas. So that was one of my favorite jobs. The other job I worked with was Echo Shoe Stores. So it was more less artsy craft. It was more management, but I was still in charge of like giving the VM directive.
Oh, nice. I like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So yeah.
With all that experience, I think that's a lot underneath your belt in terms of being a fashion designer. So now you can put that creativity into your own craft. Yeah.
Yes.
So are you a versatile designer? What do you do from male to female? What do you do?
I actually started with strongly only female, and I'm now dabbling into male. So me making that for you, you're my
Nice.
first male
Ah,
customer.
yes, I like it. Ah, okay, interesting.
And I'm actually learning how to make pants now with the zip fly in the front for men. So that's something I'm working into. I want to be very diverse.
I like that because I think with fashion, you just never know what to expect. So I
Yes.
don't think you should sit in a comfort zone.
Yeah.
People think I sew, I don't sew. I just always like fashion because of my
Mhm.
height. I think I don't really like to wear prints and stuff because I feel
Mm.
like a billboard sometimes if I'm so some 6'7". So I try to wear. You
Oh
see
wow.
this? I love this. It's plain, it's
Mhm.
clean, and I think I'm carrying the clothes, and the clothes is not carrying me. And I think for what do you think about this? I think most times I think as a designer, don't you think that sometimes you should be the one carrying the clothes and you shouldn't let the clothes carry you?
Yes, I do believe that. And for years, I've been noticing all the famous designers, they often wear black. So they kind of, even if the clothes is nice and
Hmm.
aesthetic, it's subtle. So like people don't really focus on the designer, but then they focus on the designer's work. So
Yes.
you'll see their work out there and it's very
Yeah.
creative and boisterous and flamboyant,
And I
but
think
the
the
designers
yeah, and
are
I think the black
subtle.
is very settled, so it
Yeah.
doesn't come as a distraction to
Yes.
what's around you. What would you like to see yourself in the near future in terms of fashion designing?
Paris is has always been my goal. Now I feel like I did a fashion show in Canada already. I feel like Paris is just very close, but I'm just waiting to dominate Saint Lucia first.
I like that. I like
So
that.
and then you know Paris runway, Mulan, Italy, like all the fashion
Sister, you need
houses.
to put it out in the universe and it's going to
Period.
happen. Yes. I know sometimes if you're into fashion or whatever, cooking or whatever it is there a particular thing that you like to make? If it's shirts, pants, what is it that you really enjoy doing out of the whole, in terms of the whole fashion aspect?
Bodycon dresses.
Bodycon,
Just
meaning the very fitted
tight,
dresses.
yeah, fitted.
Almost like what you're wearing now.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
nice, nice. Did you make this dress?
Yes, I
I like
did.
it. What fabric is it?
This one is a velvet, printed velvet
It's
fabric.
different.
Yes, I
Yeah.
love working
Can
with
I eat it?
velvet. Yes, you
Yeah.
can.
Oh, very nice. This
Yeah.
is nice. Yeah. What challenges have you faced as a young designer coming up?
My only, I would say, challenge is that doing everything on my own, because I have had my business for probably 10 years, like a decade, but I haven't been focused on it. And this year, the past month, I've been focused on it. And I realized that it's very challenging having to focus on different aspects. So the finance, the marketing, stock, inventory, all these things, like focus on these things, my creative juices tend to hide away. So I need to take time to like really gather myself and like focus on like creating designs and what colors will match and what fabrics. I find that is challenging because I also mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned that I started the boutique. So
It's like an online
an
boutique.
online boutique,
Okay,
yes.
nice.
So I
Congratulations with that.
thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm making stuff to sell.
So
I just soft launch. So having to design with all that behind my mind, it's a lot. It's a little challenging, but I will manage.
nice. What is your, are you, in terms of the fashion business in St. Lucia, the market, is the market what you're expecting? The fact that you moved from Canada to St. Lucia?
I would say yes, because my market is like women, young women from like 25 to 40, and I find like within the past 10 years fashion in St. Lucia have developed. So I
Definitely.
find that customers want things that are very different.
Yeah.
Not everything that, they have brothers and sisters in town when they walk, when they go to events, they
Yeah.
want things that's different. So I find a lot of clients are reaching out for just unique designs. And my brand strive when we provide unique designs.
Designs, okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, we will go into commercial, and then when we get back, we'll get some more information. Welcome back. Hi, Jamila. Welcome back.
Hi.
Before we went into commercial, I think I popped the question. What do you think of the market in St. Lucia in terms of fashion? Is it what you were expecting from coming from Canada to St. Lucia? What is the difference, or what would you like to see as a young upcoming designer? What would you like to see happen in St. Lucia in terms of fashion?
In terms of fashion, I find St. Lucia could have more like fashion shows, more display of young talents. I believe like that will create opportunity for even younger designers, upcoming designers, like students studying clothing and textile that have the passion, but not much of an outlet because we rarely have fashion shows. So I feel like that could be a start, just
Yeah.
more
I
fashion
think we
shows.
used to have more because even me, I maybe had several modeling agencies, and because of COVID, we had to close the modeling agency because of the regulations in terms of meeting and stuff like that. But I think there's the tourism or something is having some fashion show. Are you participating in this one?
The export the runway,
Yes.
I have applied. I'm
Okay.
looking forward to showing my Jhariiaofficial collection
Oh, that
at
would be
this fashion
nice.
show.
That would be
Yes.
nice. Oh, you have a present collection, Invention Creole collection.
Yes.
Okay, good
Yeah.
luck with that. I think they're looking for new talent, and I don't think they're going to turn you down. I think it's going to be a good experience. It's a good platform, and then they normally have a huge following at this fashion show. So I think if you get in, it's going to be good for your brand.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So in case anybody wants to see more of your brand, are you on social media?
Yes, I am. The business is Jhariiaofficial. I will give you the information. Jhariia official. That's my design page, and my boutique page is Jhariia Boutique. So the same Jhariia, but boutique.
So the boutique is for selling of clothes,
Yes,
and the
ready to
design
wear.
page is just to view
Yes,
your growth as a designer.
yes. And like if I drop collections, if I do fashion shows, just all
Okay.
my fashion stuff will be on the fashion show.
Okay, nice. When you do, in terms of doing a fashion show, what is the most pieces you have done for collection?
8.
Eight.
8. Yeah.
Yeah, right. You need to push yourself a little more. Eh?
Yeah.
You make collection. I think you're like 29. You got to make 8. You're right. Bye.
8 is the most I've
No, I
done.
think you need on a
But
serious
I
basis.
have like drawn
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
But
So do you
yeah.
do a showstopper to add a very elaborate piece to the end? I think you should need
Yeah.
you need to
Yes.
challenge
My
yourself.
last fashion show, my collection, the Juniquel collection, it was a representative of Julian Alfred, because that's the reason why I started that collection. So it's
Okay.
an athleisure chic fashion show, and in the end my final dress was a transformation dress. So it started off as a blouse and a leggings, and then when the model untuck it, it transformed into a beautiful gown.
Oh, that's interesting.
With mesh and everything.
Ah,
Yeah.
nice. I like that. Yeah. Because what would happen sometimes if you do just 9 pieces for a collection, by the time the fashion show starts, it might
Yeah.
just end up too fast. It will end too fast. Now it is shorter. Short and sweet is good because you do
Yeah.
not want an instant where the person can't remember what was the first piece in the starting of the fashion show
Yes.
when it comes to an end. Yeah. But that's good. I'm quite impressed with, and it looks like you're very passionate, and it looks like you like the fashion shows and stuff like that. So are you very good in selecting models when you have a fashion show?
Yes, I would say, because I'm a visual person, I studied visual merchandising, plus I worked in it. So I believe that I just have a special eye for things. So I would watch a model based on her charisma. I would see what piece she could work in, and usually I choose the best models for each piece.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Because that was one of the creative things I used to find. Designers always wanted the models to just stand and they'll be like, you come here, you come here.
Yeah,
And
you
it was used
feel them.
even now at this day, it still amazes me. But how did you know this outfit is going to fit her?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I think it's like a mystery, like a fashion mystery, like a 7 sense that fashion designers have.
Yeah, I
Can
think
just
so.
sense.
Yeah. So in terms of fashion, do you create, when you're doing a collection, do you create your pieces from scratch? And where do you get your inspiration from?
Okay, so what I tend to do is just find something. For example, I could look at this plant and then create a garment out of it, because I love drawing. I
Okay.
did visual arts at school as well. I love drawing, so I would look at the plant and then I'll just pick little things of it and then add it into my design. So I sketch a lot, and I sketch elaborate gowns, like more like couture.
Okay.
But then I create ready to wear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the ready to wear for now it's a faster pace.
Yeah.
Especially for Saint Lucia, it's a faster
Exactly.
pace. And with the temperature, with the weather,
Exactly.
the ready to wear it's easier. So do you do resort wear in between?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What fabrics do you like to use when you do resort wear?
I love using lycra. I love using spandex. Rayon is one of my favorite fabrics for now. Velvet coming second, but we're talking resort wear. So yeah. I love cottons and stretched fabric.
My sister, I put you on the spotty because you tell me it's steady fashion and stuff. I say, let me just throw the little fabric.
Yeah,
Let
you
me see how
really-
much you know. But it looked like you backfire from that one. I like that because it's easy. Even for me, as the owner of a fabric store, one of the things I did not want customers to walk into the store and say, I'm looking for something stretchy.
Yeah.
So we always ask the suppliers to give us the scientific name for the fabric. So you get, as you said, lycra, stretch cotton, beaded mesh.
Yeah.
And I think for that, it's almost like an education process for the designers, and the
Mhm.
seamstresses when they walk into the store.
I love it. I love like looking at the fabric and saying, okay, I think that have like some cotton and some rayon in it. And like people standing nearby will watch me like, how you know that?
Yeah, you would,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, but it's funny you said that, because even for some of the suppliers don't give you, because when you came to the store the first time
Yeah.
and you asked me, do you have
The
the
percentages.
percentages? Now sometimes the suppliers don't give you that. They
Yeah.
might just tell you 60 inches wide and the cost. But that's something, when you said that, I told my assistant she need to write it down so we can,
Yeah.
these are things we need to do because you want to up on your service.
Yeah.
And
And
I
even
think
when, sorry,
that's
for
okay.
continue on. Even when you're doing labeling, if I'm planning to like take my things international and put labels, I need to know the percentages of each fabric so I could then know how to like care for the clothes.
The garment,
Yeah.
yeah. I think that's interesting, because even some persons might be allergic to polyester,
Yeah.
and then you maybe give them the wrong description, and then
Mm.
the person might have an allergic reaction to the fabric. Yes. We'll be right back. And I'm not going to have an allergic reaction to fashion, because I feel fabulous in my top. Welcome back. We're here with our fashion designer, Jimilia from.
Jhariiaofficial.
Yes. So Jimilia, tell us,
Yeah.
which designer, not this designer or celebrity, do you use for inspiration, or do you
Okay.
look up to as a fashion designer?
As a fashion designer, I look up to Coco Chanel.
Oh,
Whilst going
yes.
to school, I studied her history and it trapped me even more. So for years, I had her on my vision board because that's who I want to embody in terms of fashion.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I love her sense of fashion and I love her backstory.
Yes.
It makes a lot of sense to who she
I
is
think my
and it's
favorite story about
relatable.
Coco Chanel was when she was out of it for a while, and when she did the comeback. I mean, like,
Hmm.
she just
She just
scattered the runway. I mean, like, the pieces was amazing, breathtaking, just everything about it. And then you could have just seen it was like she put so much effort into it.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, like, sometimes when you see fashion shows, you just glued, and then it's like all the collection, when it comes together, it just looks like
Yeah.
one.
Yes.
I
The
think I really
cohesiveness.
very much so, yes. So in terms of, if you have a customer who's maybe disgruntled, not satisfied, or something went wrong in terms of the outfit that you make for them, how do you deal with that? Can you take criticism? I mean, like, some designers might say it's my work, get out of my shop.
No.
How do you deal with this part of the business?
Yes. So I have been in business for about a decade, like I mentioned. So these things I've had to learn at a younger age that, like there's constructive criticism and you can grow from that. And there's never a time where you have to stop learning. So when a customer, and we all like things differently. So when a customer don't like the shape of something or they don't like how something fits, I try my best to accommodate them and make sure I do it to their liking. Because at the end of the day, yeah, it's my brand, but they're advertising my brand. So I need them to feel confident. And plus, my brand stands for confidence in women. I'm going to branch out into men eventually, but for now, it's confidence in women and like the diversity in women. So I really take my customers' feedback and I try to work around it. I want my customers to be happy every time.
So if you have a very not difficult, but if you have a customer with a very complicated design, do you have a consultation to make sure that
Yes.
you'll go the right direction with the outfit or whatever you're going to present to this client?
Yeah. In my experience, I only need one consultation. So the clients give me the ideas, and then while they're giving me the ideas, I sketch in and I just, designing and putting everything together. And they're always amazed at, like they're like, I did one of the Carnival Queen contestant, her evening gown for the how do you call that?
Auditions?
Audition. Yes. So
That's for
her
national?
yes, her mom was the one that had the idea.
What year was it?
This year,
This year,
the new
okay,
one.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her mom had the idea, and then she spoke to me over the phone and text and whatever, and I just sketch
Which one of the
everything.
young ladies?
What's her name? Ziggy.
Okay, nice. Yeah,
Ziggy.
yes,
Yes.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, and then I did exactly what the mother
Yeah, I
explained
think I saw that at the
that she
audition
wanted.
and the recording. It was really
Yeah,
nice.
the
Yeah.
corset
Yes, yes, yeah.
with the sack material.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Belap.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
From television, you couldn't really tell what kind of
Oh, yeah,
material
it
was
was
it.
hard and thick. Yeah.
Okay,
And then
nice.
the gloves going all the way up.
Okay.
So yeah,
But in terms of in terms of the sack, did you line it? Because you know sack can scratch
yes.
sometimes.
Yes.
Okay.
I had to line it. I line it with poplin.
Okay.
Yeah, the cheaper, more comfortable fabric
Fabric.
poplin. Yeah. And it held pretty well. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
So yeah, like I was saying, my customers, they really don't have a problem with me when it comes to me getting the vision that they have for themselves for a garment.
Yeah.
So one consultation and we're ready to start rolling.
Yeah. I'm listening to you, and not because you're sitting there. I'm quite impressed because it looks like you have a vision. It looks like you have an idea of what direction you want to go. And I don't think anybody can make you go the opposite direction because you know what you want.
Yes.
And it's such a beautiful feeling to see that a young person can embody it and is so focused in terms of what they want. And I think with that kind of energy and attitude, I think I can see you doing big things in the fashion industry. Just please don't forget me. Always send me my tickets in my mail. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yes. But
got
seriously,
you.
and I saw your logo before. I really like it. It's not too busy.
Yeah.
And then the fact that you can sketch, which is a good thing, because sometimes the client can be very complicated, or maybe the design is complicated.
Mhm.
And the fact that you can sketch, you all can agree to disagree on what
Yeah.
direction you go in with the sketch.
Mhm.
Wonderful. In terms of a disappointing client, you have a client that really disappointed. How would you deal with that?
And no
Because you know
matter
sometimes
what I
women
do.
just have a fix this thing there.
Oh my goodness. What I love to do is like communicate. I believe in communication in all aspects.
Totally.
In
Yeah.
all aspects. So I let them talk and express themselves. And then from there I will hear what exactly you want. Because women, like like you said, we just go down the rabbit hole. But if you let a woman talk enough, you'll understand what she wants.
Yeah, basically.
So I listen, and I realize like, okay, you need something that hugs your body, but not like that. So I will come up with different ideas. Like I try my best to work with clients. Like I will spend, if a client is like really dissatisfied, I will spend hours working with them trying to get the right design, what they're looking for, what they feel satisfied with. And then like if I realize that we're not coming to a conclusion, I tell them, trust me, I have years experience. Like you see the way I dress.
Mhm,
I
yes.
have years experience. I will put something for you. And they trust me and it's succeeded. I haven't had a difficult customer that hate me to
Yeah.
this day. No, it
That's good.
haven't.
I think one of the things in terms of the fashion business and the seamstress thing in Saint Lucia is sometimes I think persons don't have the time. They would take the stuff and they wouldn't deliver. I don't think it's wise to give somebody an outfit
Ooh.
a couple of hours before an event because I have to wash it. I have to get it to the
Yeah.
laundry. And I think if you cannot do it, then you tell the person
them
that.
no.
So it's my choice. If I'm saying, okay, I'm going to take the last minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before we wrap up, is there anything you would like to share or you would like to leave us in your fashion bubble before we leave?
First of all, I want to say please support me. My business will be celebrating its 10-year of existence in July. Support the business at Jhariiaofficial. Just help me bring my business to the next level because that's what I'm focusing on this year. So I will appreciate the support. I also have the boutique, like I explained.
Yeah.
I will be posting clothing items on there. Support as much as you can.
And where are you based? Where are you located?
I live in Mikud right now,
Mhm.
but I'm originally from Moshi.
So here's what we're going to do for you on the Sharmark show. In case you have any clients that's viewing the show, and you want to do the consultation, you can just come to Couturiers. You can do the consultation right there. I mean, like it will be an outlet because you're a customer at the store, so it will work
Yes.
well. So in
I
case you
love
want there and you
it.
don't have to go to Mikud, you can come to the shop, Couturiers, and get your measurements. You can come there and do your fittings. And if you want to be up close and personal drive, then you take a drive to Mikud because it's a beautiful community.
It is.
Yes. So thank you so much for being here, and
Thank
we
you
wish
for
you
having
all the
me.
best. And I'm loving this stop. May I have to go and make a spin rod and maybe my girl for people to watch me. That's all they like to do. But thank you so much and congratulations.
Thank
And we
you.
will keep in touch because
Yes.
fashion is my game, and I
Yes.
think I can maybe help in between to see you make that business bloom, and then we can have some wine and champagne and laugh about it.
Yes.
Yes, but congratulations.
100%.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, Saint Lucia, thank you so much. Support the young lady. It's our own, like they say, Mama me co-support. Mama Saint support Saint Lucia, a young designer in the making, and then we want to see them grow. We have to help them to get on the market. Thank you.